Going to discuss this paper, October-November 2022, 0580 P4 variant 1. So, in our question number 1, he says, in part A, calculate the volume of cylinder, solid cylinder with radius 6 cm and height 14 cm. So, this is a simple question. You just put the values in the formula of volume of a cylinder, which is pi r square h. So pi is 3.142, radius is given 6 squared, and h is given 14. And just use a calculator and find out its volume. So write it in 3 significant figures. 1580 is your answer. In part 2, a solid hemisphere with radius 6. So we have to find the volume of a solid hemisphere. Hemisphere is half of sphere. So volume of sphere is given, so you divide it by 2 and place the values, and you just have to place the value of radius in it. So hemisphere is half of sphere, so 4 over 3 pi r cube divided by 2. Radius is given. Solve it with the calculator. Write it in 3 significant figures. In B part, the cylinder and hemisphere in part A are joined to form a solid in the diagram. The solid is made of steel, and 1 cubic centimeter of steel has a mass of 7.85 grams. In part 1, show that 1 cubic centimeter of steel has a mass of 0.00785 kg. So we have to show this value. So you have to divide it by 1000. 7.85 gram and divide by 1000 will give you this value, 0.00785. So this has been shown. It is just 1 mark question. Part 2, calculate the total mass of the solid. So you have calculated the volume of hemisphere and the volume of cylinder, so you add them. 1580 plus 452, so this is 2032 cubic centimeter. And now 2032 multiplied by 7.85 grams, so it is 15951.2 grams. So convert it into kilogram. So you have to divide it by 1000. So 15.9512 kg. So round it off to 3SF. So 16 kg is your answer. In part C, 2000 cubic centimeter of iron is melted down, and some of it is used to make 50 spheres with radius 2 centimeter. Calculate the percentage of iron that is left over. First, find out the volume of 50 spheres. So volume of sphere is given in the bracket. So you have just to place a value of radius in it. And once you find out the volume of one sphere, multiply it by 50 to get the volume of 50 spheres. So you get the volume of 50 sphere, which is 167.516. Okay, now subtract it from 2000. So you get the leftover, the volume left, 324.48. Okay, we have to calculate the percentage of the leftover. So divide it by original value and multiply it by 100. So 16.2 to 3SF is your answer. The iron leftover is then made into a cube. Calculate the length of an edge of the cube. So volume of cube is V equals L power 3. L power 3 means length into length into length, because the sides of the cube is always the same length. So in V you write 324.48 equals L cube. Now take the cube root of this value, will give you the edge of 1 cube 6.87 centimeter. So 6.87 is your final answer. A solid cone has radius 3r, centimeter and slant height 9r centimeter. A solid cylinder has radius x centimeter, height 7x centimeter. The total area of the cone is equal to the total surface area of the cylinder. Given that capital R equals k times x, find the value of k. So curved surface area A of a cone with radius r and slant height L is A is equal to pi r L. So first work with the cone. So radius is 3r and slant height is 9r. Here the cylinder radius is x and height is 7x. So area is equal to pi r L, the curved surface area. So pi r L is your 3r and radius is your 3r and L is your 9r. So this is your 27r square pi. And there is a area of circle at the bottom of the cone, which is pi r square. So pi into 3r whole square. So your total is 27r square pi plus 9r square pi. This is your 36r square pi. Now work with the total surface area of the cylinder. So there are two circles, one at the top, one at the bottom. So area of circle is pi r square, so you can write 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r L. The body is a cylindrical body, so its surface area is 2 pi r L, or you can write 2 pi r H. So now place the values. The radius is x and length or height is 7x. Simplify it. You get 16 pi x square. Now they are equal, so equate them. 36r square pi equals 16x square pi. So pi's are gone. R square is equal to 16x square over 36, and r is root of 16x square over 36. So 4x over 6, simplified, so r is equal to 2 over 3x. So the value of k is 2 over 3. Next question, number 2. Write 2994.9 and correct to the nearest 10. So your 2994, forget about the value after decimal, just take the values before the decimal. So 94 would be rounded off to 90 because 94 is in place of tens. So your answer would be 2990. Second part, correct to one decimal place, so it is 0 point. Because 9 would be converted into 10 and the 1 goes before the decimal, and the answer would be 1.0. Third part says 2090 correct to 2SF. So second SF, check the third number, which is 5 or more than 5, so convert it 0 into 1, and the rest of the number would be converted into 0, so it is 2100. Write down a prime number between 90 and 100. So carefully check all the values 91, 92, 93 till 99. So you will find out that only 97 is the number which cannot be divided by any number. So this is a prime number. So write 2 power negative 6 as a fraction. So if you take the reciprocal, the negative sign would be converted into positive, so it becomes 1 over 2 power 6, which is 1 over 64. So to write this in a standard form, move the decimal after 7. So it becomes 7.01 into 10 power 1, 2, 3 digits you have moved, so 10 power 3, negative 3, because before the decimal there is no number except 0. Okay, simplify 1.5 into 10 power x plus 1.5 into 10 power x minus 1. So split 10 power x minus 1, like you write 1.5 into 10 power x plus 1.5 into 10 power x into 10 power minus 1. So 1.5 into 10 power x plus, now 1.5 into 10 power minus 1 means 1 over 10 into 10 power x. So now 1.5 divided by 10 is 0.15 into 10 power x. So we have 10 power x on both sides. So we just have to add 1.5 with 0.15 and take 10 power x as a common. So your values would be 1.65 into 10 power x, which is already in standard form. So this would be your answer. Write 0.37. There is a dot on the 7. It means it's a recurring number. Recurring number means 777 infinitely. So he says we have to write this recurring number as a fraction. So you assume x is equal to 0.37 recurring. Now multiply both sides by 10, so that we should bring 3 before the decimal. So it becomes 3.7 recurring. So now subtract the first one from the second one. So you got 9x equals 3.4. So x is equal to 3.4 divided by 9. Remove the decimal. So it becomes 34 over 90. So this is your fraction which was required. Question number 3a. Write down the inequality shown by the number line. So x is less than equal to 4 and greater than minus 2. Less than and equal to 4 because the circle is filled. So it means this is less than and equal to 4. 4 is included in this. And greater than negative 2 means the circle is empty. So we have to write greater than minus 2. Solve the inequality. So you split the middle one with the left one and with the right one. So first solve with the left one, which is negative 3. So minus 3 is less than equal to 2x plus 3. Now solve it from here. So x is greater than minus 9 over 2. And now write 2x plus 3 is less than 9 and solve it. So x is less than 6 by 2. Okay, sorry. Minus 3 and minus is not minus 9. So let me correct it. This is 6. Minus is minus 6. So simplify it. You got x is greater than equal to minus 3 and x is less than 3. Write down all the integer values of x that satisfies the inequality. So you write minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. Do not write 3 because x is less than 3. Solve the equation. Okay. So first multiply 3 inside the bracket and then take the LCM 5. So x is equal to 36 over 17. Second part, 5 over x plus 3 equals 3 over x plus 5. So cross multiply. So x is equal to minus 8. Question 4a. Zach invests $500 at a rate of 2% per year simple interest. Calculate the value of Zach's investment at the end of 5 years. So I equals PRT over 100. So P is your 500, R is your 2%, and T is your time, which is 5 years, divided by 100. Simplify it. So you get 50. You add 500 in it. So $550 is your investment of Zags at the end of 5 years. Yasmin invests $500 at a rate of 1.8% per year per year compound interest. Calculate the value of Yasmin's investment at the end of 5 years. So A equals P 1 plus R over 100 power n. This is a formula used to calculate the compound interest. So P is your 500, R is your 1.8, and N is your 5 years. So now solve it with the help of calculator. You got 546.649, which is approximately $546.65. Zach and Yasmin continue with these investments. How many more complete year is it before the value of Yasmin investment is greater than value of Zach investment? Actually, this is you have to work a lot from year 5. Then you have already worked for year 5. Then you put 6 in N, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and you don't know till what value you have to work with. So work with the greater values first, like you can guess T is equal to 10 years. So now put the value of T as 10 in both. So Yasmin was compounded, so you put value of 10 in it and find its value. So 597.65. Work the same with Zach. Just in time you place 10. So you got 100 plus the original 500. So its value is 600. So Yasmin is behind than Zach. So now try 12 years. So put 12 in N, 619, and now 12 in T. So you got 620. Yasmin is still behind. So now work 1 year more, 13. So this is 630, and Zach is, by putting 13 in time, Zach is now 630. So after 30, no, actually this is not after 13 years. This is actually, you should subtract 13 minus 5. Yeah, so after 8 years, Yasmin is ahead of Zach. Xavier buys a car for $2,500. Value of car decreases exponentially at a rate of 10% each year. Calculate the value of Xavier's car at the end of 5 years. Answer to nearest dollar. Okay, exponentially mean this is the compound interest formula will be used, and decrease mean we have to write minus sign. So let's do it. A is equal to P1 minus R over 100. Normally we use 1 plus R over 100 power n. So A is 2500 and 1 minus 10 over 100 power 5. So this is 1476.225, so which is $1476. Number of a certain type of bacteria increases exponentially at a rate of R% each day. After 22 days, the number of this bacteria has doubled. Find the value of R. So here we can also use the compound interest formula with different names, like bacteria is B, A is equal to P 1 plus R over 100 power N. Here A equals amount of the bacteria and P equals bacteria. So when the number of bacteria has doubled, so A is equal to 2P. So you write 2P in A, P in P, 1 plus R over 100 power 22. The days, here you are working with the days, so P and P cancel. So now try to simplify it. You have to make R as the subject. Take 22nd root on both sides. So your 22nd root of 2 is 1.032 equals 1 plus R over 100. So 1 minus, so 0.032 multiplied by 100, so R is your 3.2. Question number 5. 100 students each record time t minutes taken to eat a pizza. Cumulative frequency diagram shows the result. Okay, find an estimate of the median. So median is 50%, so 50% is here 50. Go to the graph. From the graph, go down to the x-axis and read this value, and this is this is actually 9.4. Yes, I corrected it. So 9.4 is your answer. Interquartile range is upper quartile minus lower quartile. Upper quartile is 3 over 4 of the frequency, which is 100. So 75, and lower quartile is 1 over 4 of 100, which is 25. Okay, now from the graph, mark 70, go towards the curve. From 75, go to curve, and from the curve, corresponding line on the x-axis, and this is 10.4. So lower quartile is 25, go to the curve, from the curve, corresponding line on the x-axis, and read this value. This is 8. So 2.4 minus 8, .4 minus 8 is 2.4. So 2.4 is your answer. Okay. Number of students taking more than 11 minutes to eat pizza. Okay, more than 11 is how much? Here is your 11. Go to the curve, corresponding line on the y-axis. This is value 82. So 100 minus 82 is your number of students, 18. Alright, 150 students each record how far they can throw a tennis ball. Table shows the result. So we have to calculate an estimate of the mean. To calculate the mean, we have to find out the middle value. So 0 plus 20 divided by 2 will give you middle value. So find out all the middle values of next classes, like 20 plus 30 divided by 2, and then 30 plus 35 divided by 2, and then 35 plus 45 divided by 2, and then 45 plus 60 divided by 2. So all the middle classes you have got. So now the formula is sum of f of x over sum of f. So 4 into mid value, which is 10, plus 38 into mid value, which is 25, and then so on, divided by, add all the frequencies, and then use your calculator properly to get your correct answer, which is 34.65. Histogram is drawn to show this information. Height of the bar representing 30 to 35 is 12. Okay, calculate the height of each of the other bars. Alright, for this you have to work a little longer, like calculate all the class weights, like 20 minus 0 is 20, 30 minus 20 is 10, 35 minus 10 is 5, 45 minus 35 is 10, 60 minus 45 is 15. Now on the right side, calculate frequency densities. Frequency density is frequency divided by class weight. So like for the first row, frequency is 4 divided by its class weight, which is 20. So okay, let's first work out to find out the frequency density of the given class. 30 to 35, frequency is 40, so 40 divided by 5 is 8. So if I divide, because he has given us the height of the bar, so divide height of the bar by its frequency density, so you get 1.5. So we will use this 1.5 for other classes also. Now come back to the first class. So frequency divided by its class weight, which is 4 divided by 20. So this is 0.2. So multiply 0.2 by 1.5. So you get the height of this bar, 0.3. Now do it with the other classes. Frequency divided by its class weight, 38 by 10, which is 3.8, and multiply it by 1.5. It will give you height of its bar, which is 5.7. And for the fourth class, frequency 53 divided by 10, its class width. So 5.3 multiplied by 1.5 will give you its height of the bar, 7.95. For the last class, frequency is 15 divided by its class width, which is also 15. So 1 multiplied by 1.5 will give you its height of its bar, 1.5. Find the probability that two students are chosen at random. Find the probability that they both threw the ball more than 45. So more than 45, the frequency is 15. It means there are 15 students. So you have to pick two students. So 15 over total 150 into now 14 over 149. So this is your 7 over 745. Question number 6. P, the column vector of P is given, the column vector of Q is given. He says find 3Q. So you have to multiply 3 by the column vector Q, which is minus 1 and 1. So you multiply 3 by minus 1, also by 1. So this is your answer. P minus Q. So write down the column vector of P under it, minus column vector of Q under it. Now solve it. 2 minus minus is plus, so 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. So this is your answer. Magnitude of P. So this is 2 square plus 3 square whole under root. So root 13 is 3.6. Part D. B is the point 27 and AB equals minus 4, 6. Find the coordinate of A. So you write AB as a position vector. So we always write position vector like AB equals OB minus OA. So AB, write column vector under AB and write the coordinates 2, 7 like column vector, 2, 7 like this, and we have to find OA. So write OA as it is. Now make OA the subject. So it becomes like this. So 2 minus minus 4 is 2 plus 4. 6, 7 minus 6 is 1. So this is your OA in the shape of column vector. So you write it as a coordinate because examiner want you to find the coordinates of A. So 6 comma 1, right, in the shape of coordinates. So 6 comma 1 is your answer. So this question, the triangle OGHM is a midpoint of OH and K divides GH in the ratio 5:2. So I have put ratios on the line. OG is G and OH is H. Find MK in term of G and H. Give your answer in simplest form. So MK, can I write MH plus HK? Now MH is half of H plus H. For HK I have to find HG. So HG is OG minus OH because H is connected with O and G is also connected with O. So I can deal it like a position vector, OG minus OH. So OG is your G and OH is your H. So HG is equal to G minus H. Now HK is equal to 2 over 7 of HG. So 2 over 7 of G minus H. So put this value here back and now simplify this. Your LCM is 14. So it becomes 7H plus 4G minus 4H. So this is your, now try to simplify it, split it. So 4 over 14 can also be simplified in 2 over 7. So your final answer is 3 over 14H plus 2 over 7G. Question number 7, part A, find G of 1 over 2. So G of x is 2 over x, so you write 1 over 2 in x and simplify it. So this is your answer 4. Find h of G of 1 over 2. So G of 1 over 2 you have already found out, which is 4. So you have to find h of 4. So h of x is 2 power x, so you write 4 in x. So 2 power 4 is 16. Find x when f of x is 7. So f of x is your 10 minus x. So put 10 minus x is equal to 7. From here you find x, which is 3. Find x when g of x is equal to h of 3. So we have g of x, but we don't have h of 3. So first find h of 3. Like you place 3 in x. So it is 2 power 3. So as h of 3 is 8. So now g of x is 2 over x. So 2 over x is equal to 8. From here you find out x. Make x a subject. Your x is 1 over 4. Find j inverse of x. So j of x is your 5 minus 2x. So let j of x is equal to y. So y equals 5 minus 2x. Now make x a subject. So now write j inverse of x is equal to 5 minus x over 2. Write f of x plus g of x plus 1. So place their values. F of x is given, g of x is given. Write them under it and now simplify it. Your LCM is x. Simplify it. So this is your final answer. F of x whole square minus f of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, and we have to find the values of a, b and c. So f of x whole square. So f of x is given, you square it. 10 minus x whole square minus f of x. So find f of x. Means in the function of f, you place again the same function in x, like 10 minus x. simplify it. So your f of x is x. So write it like this. Now open the first expression like a minus b whole square. So now simplify this. Now compare the coefficients. So your a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 21 and c is equal to 100. Find x when h inverse of x is equal to 10. So h inverse of x. First find h inverse of x. So h of x is equal to 2 power x. So I can write y is equal to 2 power x. So from here I can write x is equal to 2 power y. So now take log on both sides. Lgx is equal to lg 2 power y. Lgx is equal to y will come down, so it becomes y lg2. So from here make y the subject, lgx over lg2. So h inverse of x is equal to lgx over lg2. So lgx over lg2 is equal to 10. So lgx is equal to 10 lg2. So lgx is equal to, now 10 will become the power of 2. lg 2 power 10. So lg will cancel each other out. So x is equal to 2 power 10, which is 1024. Question number 8. Be careful dealing with this type of questions. Show that angle ACB is equal to 117.5 degree correct to one decimal place. So use cosine rule, because in triangle ABC, which is shaded gray, all the lengths are given, no angle is given. So 20 square equals 15 square plus 8 square minus 2 into 15 into 8 into cos of C. From here you can find out the angle C. This is cos inverse of negative 0.46, and you will see the answer is 117.5, which is shown. Calculate the area of triangle ABC. So it is an included angle triangle. So we have to use again the cosine, we have to use this formula, 1/2 into side into side into sine of theta. So sides are 15 into 8 and sine theta is 117.5. So your area is 53.2 square meter. Calculate the length of AQ. Okay. Use Pythagoras theorem. AQ is equal to 15 square plus 4 square under root. So AQ is your 15.52. Calculate the angle of elevation of Q from P. So let me try to draw here. This is QP and this is straight line here. So this is 3. So that was 4 meters. So 3 minus 4 is 1 there. Your base was 8. So this line is also 8. So this angle he is asking you. So opposite or adjacent or perpendicular or base. This is tan theta will help you. So tan theta is 1/8. So tan inverse of 1/8 is 7.12. So this is the angle of elevation of Q from P. Another straight wire connects A to the midpoint of PQ. Calculate the angle between this wire and the horizontal ground. Alright, we have to go back to the diagram and look, this blue point is a midpoint of PQ or QP. I name it X. And down there, this is also the midpoint of BC. And this line, and from A to X, this line, this is your angle which is demanded. So I name it Z, the midpoint of BC. So now this is 3.5. How this is 3.5? If you mark this line, this is 1, and from there 0.5 is, I have written 0.5 because this is half of 1. So this angle is 117.5, you just found out. So this is 4 meter and 4 meter, you can see. So now AZ square is equal to, I'm using cosine rule, 15 square plus 4 square minus 2 into 15 into 4 cos of 117.5. So AZ is here, you solve it, 17.2 meters. So this is your AZ, and XZ is 3.5. This is angle which is demanded. So take tan theta is equal to 3.5 over 17.2. So tan inverse is this. So you got the theta value. Okay, in question 9, A and B, the total areas of rectangles A and B is 20. So we have to show this. So this is easy. Area of the rectangle A plus area of rectangle B is equal to 20. So 3x plus 4 times x plus x minus 1 times 2, and this is 20. So 3x square plus 4x plus 2x minus 2 is equal to 20. So this is simplified. You get 3x square plus 6x minus 22 equals 0, shown. Solve the equation, and your answer is correct to 4SF. So use the quadratic formula. A is equal to A is equal to 3, B is equal to 6, C is equal to minus 22, x equals minus B plus minus B square minus 4AC under root whole over 2A. So place our values correctly. So your x is minus 6 plus minus 300 over 6. So you got two values, minus 6 plus root 300 over 6 and minus 6 minus root 300 over 6. So you got two values of x, one 1.87 and other is 3.88, negative 3.88. So I forgot to write negative here. So find the perimeter of the rectangle B. So perimeter formula is 2 times length plus width. So length is 2 and width is x minus 1, and take the positive value of x we just found out in the previous portion, 1.887. So solve it for perimeter. Your perimeter is 5.774 centimeter. In B part, diagram shows two rectangles where capital H minus small h is equal to 1. By forming a quadratic equation and factorizing, find the value of y. Alright, h minus small h is equal to 1 and h is equal to 1 plus h. I made capital H the subject. So the area of this capital H is y minus 2 times h is equal to 15. Y minus 2 times h is 1 plus h. So you replace the value, and now this is equal to 15. Now for this right side, y into h is equal to 20, and here 1 plus h is equal to 15 over y minus 2. So h is equal to 15 over y minus 2 minus 1. So you're here on the right side, h is equal to 20 over y. So you put this value of h, which is 20 over y, here. So it becomes 15 over y minus 2 minus 1 is equal to 20 over y. Now simplify this. Cross multiply. Factorize it by midterm breaking. So your y is 5, take the positive value. Okay, question 10. This curve is shown and point coordinates on the curves of point A, B, C, D, E are given, and he says in part 1, f of x is equal to k has two solutions, the interval from negative 1.5 to 6. Write down possible integer value of k. Okay, you can check by drawing straight lines. So at y is equal to 3, one solution. If you go up and say this is y is equal to 4, so it crosses a curve at 2 points, so 2 solutions. So you can write k is equal to 4 because he just said write down a possible integer value of k. So there are many possible integer values like y is equal to 5 and y is equal to till 5.5, but we have to write as the integer value, not the decimal value. So this is the best way to write just y is equal to 4 means k is equal to 4. Okay, f of x is equal to j has no solution in interval from negative 1.5 to 6, where j is less than a or j is greater than b. So this, from this line, y is equal to 10. Above this line there is no solution, and from less than y is equal to 3 there is no solution. So greater than 10, no solution. So it means that a is 3. We have to write the minimum and the maximum value. So a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 10, where there are no solutions. Okay. B part says find the coordinate of two stationary points on the graph y is equal to x power 6 minus 6x power 5. You must show all your working. Okay, so you have to differentiate this. Dy by dx is 6x power 5 minus 30x power 4. So at stationary point, the gradient dy by dx is always 0, equate it with 0, and now simplify this, make factors. Take x power 4 as common, so you got x minus 5. So one your x is equal to 0, another x minus 5 means x is equal to 5. So put these values in the main equation. First place x is equal to 0, so you got y is equal to 0. And when x is equal to 5, you put 5 in the main equation. So you got y is equal to negative 3125. So when x0, y0, when x5, y is equal to negative 3125. Alright, this is my telephone number, and my country name is Pakistan. Thank you so much, students. See you in the next paper. Allah Hafiz.